Oi pessoal, hoje a gente conversa aqui na Alfa com o Clemens Rehbein, ele faz parte da banda Milky Chance e dono daqueles hits que você com certeza já ouviu por aí, Stolen Dance e Colorado, que tá bombando mundialmente. Ele vai falar com a gente sobre carreira, sobre os projetos, sobre sua nova mixtape lançada, chamada Trip Tape, então fica aí e confere. Hello Clemens.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm good, pretty good. Back on the road, on a tour in North America. It's fun.
Thanks for talking to us here at Alpha FM. So to start the conversation, you guys recently launched the Trip Tape. That's an official mixtape collection, right, of covers and remixes. Tell us a little bit about the project.
The decision to release a mixtape was quite spontaneous. Actually, when we're in studio, we're right now in the middle of the process of recording an album. That's what we're planning for next year. But, since we released Colorado, after a while we felt like that we, want to put out some more stuff. Since lockdown, we've been going to the studio, so there's a lot of songs that we're working on. There's also a lot of demos, and probably also like songs that might be not on the album for next year. So we thought it could be cool to release a mixtape, to have that output without being too serious about it. And it was actually it felt very fresh because we could choose more. It felt more free, there was also there's no huge campaign or whatever that comes with it, as it would be when you release an album. And it's more like, as you said, there's some covers on there and remixes, which we've never done before. There's new songs on there, and that was the process of it.
That's cool. And Colorado is going so well around the world. Did you guys imagine would be so successful?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's always a guessing game. But what was kind of promising was that when we finished the song, we showed it to people around us, to our team, our management. We showed it to friends. Maybe our management showed it to people that we were working with, bigger circle. And it was always very, very good response. That's cool, but still, as I said, in the end, it's not a guarantee for a song to become successful.
And the last time you guys came to Brazil was at Lollapalooza festival in 2018. What do you like the most here in our country?
That was crazy. The whole trip was really, really beautiful. And then Brazil was, the people, I would say. That's also on tour you don't have that much time to experience the country or the city or the place where you are. So also if you come there to play a show, the people coming to your show or the people that you see on the festival is the most that you can get from, that's the connection. And the people were great. The crowd was so hyped and had such a good energy. And we loved it.
I want to ask now about your inspirations. What are the music inspirations to you produce music?
Yeah, music-wise, we're always very, as listeners, we're always all over the place. There's no boundaries. And also, I feel you stop listening, you do something else, or you have your daily whatever routine that you have to follow. but the music that you listen to within the last days leaves an echo inside you, I feel like. And then when you start doing music, I think sometimes it's just like unconsciously going in there, you know? Maybe sometimes you didn't notice, but I feel like that's something like that I experience sometimes. Besides that, songwriting wise, I mean, the stuff that we write about is just like very universal feelings. I mean, you know, we're all human beings. We all, I think, in the end, we feel the same. We have a head and a heart. You know, we feel sadness, happiness, joy. I don't know, like depression, being heartbroken, being in love. All those kind of emotions are definitely a foundation for songs that we're writing.
And what do you hear most in your free time? What kind of music? Is like the music you produce is the kind of you most consume?
It's really hard to say, I have to admit, because I mean, of course, there's artists that I've listened to for a long time, but also it's always like phases, you know, like sometimes you listen more to music, sometimes I don't listen to music at all because I'm in the studio all day long, and when we're done in the studio you just enjoy some silence. Same thing while being on tour right now. Like, only time I listen to music is before the show, you know, when we're, you know, getting ready, when we're dressing up. You know, sometimes it's like old school, like soul and funk classics. Sometimes it's like more modern stuff, more dancey. Yeah, so many styles, and it's just a huge universe. You wanna have it all.
Yes, I understand you. You guys of Milky Chance have a beautiful project called Milky Change, that you guys plant trees while you're on tour. Can you explain about it to us?
Milky Change it's not only about planting trees. It's about becoming more sustainable as a band, especially using the platforms that we have to raise awareness. I think that is the biggest part of it, because within the last years we just became more aware of the responsibility that we have. I think when you have a certain reach and a platform, there's people following you, you have a responsibility to use this platform in a good way. And you know, we feel the urgency about that whole climate change thing, or climate crisis. And we know that touring the world is not sustainable at all. You know, we take it's a lot of traveling. We take several like long distance flights and stuff like that. So we're aware of that. So we're just trying to do something about it. And that was one little part of it, was that in the beginning of 2020, when we had our European tour, that we started this thing called Tickets for Trees, where we planted one tree for each ticket. But right now, we also figured that planting trees is one way, you know, to do something. But also, recently we just learned that it's way more important to take care or save what's there already. And so every time we're on tour, also on this North American tour, we're trying to reach out to NGOs in the cities where we play. And for example, in Vancouver, we got together with an NGO called Wilderness International. And they are protecting ancient forests all around the world. This time, particularly in BC, Canada. So we learn a lot about that. It's always about like trying to reach out to people that are working in these kind of fields, if you can say so. And it's all about the process, it's about learning, raising awareness, becoming more aware of it ourselves. And yeah, I think it's a long journey, never ends.
Yes, it's a very beautiful and important cause. You are going to make a 10-year career next year, right? And
Hopefully.
what's changed so far and what stays the same in the group? How do you feel about it?
You know, it's been a long time. It's been a long ride. Crazy stuff happened. And also a lot of things in a very short amount of time. I think we all evolved as, persons, in our personal life, but also as a band. In the very beginning, we were like 19, 20 years old. So we were pretty young and also pretty naive, but also like very free, I guess. Yeah, of course it changed in ways that now we have more responsibility, and this is what we're doing now. This is what we want to do, being a band, being like professional musicians, if you can say so, and making a living out of it. So, of course, there's like more expectations from the outside, also maybe from the inside. That's things that have changed. But also on the other hand, it's like we're still a team, still here, still like two high school friends, and we have a beautiful team around us, and we know each other for a very long time, and that is great. Yeah, very important.
And what is the plans to the next year?
Putting out new music. As I said, when we're not on tour, we're in the studio, so we're working on an album. Take some time.
To rest.
But yeah, hopefully this worldwide situation is maybe even getting better. Fingers crossed, that's what we're all hoping for. So if that's all possible, and we once we release new music, we definitely want to go on tour, play shows, play festivals.
Brazil.
Yeah, of course. Actually, pretty clear for us. If it's possible and we can do it, we definitely want to come back to all the countries and places that we've been before, in the recent years. For sure.
So, thank you for talking to us. I hope you'll be back soon here in Brazil. We are waiting for you guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.